All right. So I think we'll continue then right now. Sound is good. All right. So we'll continue, and if for some reason it still doesn't work so well, then I'll ask my colleagues, either Phoebe or Andrea, to send a Zoom link, and then we'll switch to Zoom just in case. All right. But let me share my screen, and we'll go back, and then we'll take it from where we left off. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Audio is still good. I can't see the chat right now, so hopefully it works right now. Okay. Now, when I'm sharing my screen, I'll take it slowly because there might be some lag every once in a while. All right. Good. So this is the editing menu, the editing where we can actually do all of the editing in our METAmakeR scene. And this is what we did in episode 1 last week. So we actually added a video last week, and we added an actual 3D model. So this little helicopter right here. And I'll just move up a little bit. And last week I also talked about how to basically adjust, move your models or move any visual in the space, because we're now editing in a 3D scene. So it's a little bit different from what most of you are most likely used to. And you'll be able to move it, to adjust the scale, and even rotate it. And you'll do that by basically clicking on your visual, in this case the model, and you'll see that there are various axes that pop up, green, red, and blue axis, and you can move it along the lines of those axes essentially. So if I now move, you can see if I choose the red one, it moves from left to right, or if I select and I move up, it goes up and down, and that's how you move all your visuals in the METAmakeR essentially. Now that's the location. If you select number 2, and you can see instruction on the left, then scale. The little arrows change from arrows to cubes, and you can adjust the scale. And if you pick the white little cube, it maintains the right dimensions, and I can make it as big or as small as I want. All right, that's adjusting the scale. And rotation is basically rotating it by selecting it again, choosing number 3 on your keyboard, and you can then see. Oh, let's see if I can do that right here. You can see that I can rotate the model along the axis red, blue, and green, and even yellow again. So that's those are great ways of basically moving all your visuals in your space. Now I'll move back a little bit. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Now on the left side, I'll minimize this. On the left side, we have all of the different functionalities that we can essentially, or all of the visuals that you can add in your space. So just to walk you through it really quickly, you can add text, you can add an image tag, so a pop-up window with an image. You can add a video tag, which is what we did last week. You can add website tags. You can do an actual 3D model, which is the helicopter, and I talked about that last week as well. So uploading all of your 3D models. You can add an audio tag and an AR tag, and I want to talk about that today. So I want to talk about 2 things, the AR tag and the portal tag. All right, so the AR tag is related to our newest platform, the METAmakeR. And if you missed that, the launch was just about 2 weeks ago. You can also go to our YouTube channel and rewatch the launch there. Basically our platform to host 3D models and even eventually look at them with augmented reality on your Android or iOS devices. But you can use those models once you host them there in your METAmakeR scene, and I want to show you how that works today. So what we're going to do, we don't need to upload anything in our material library. All we need to do is click on AR tag. All right, we would click on the AR tag, and then here you'll see that automatically, again, that icon shows up. Now I want to move this. I'll move it right here below the video. Now I'll make it, I'll make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Very good. Okay, and once we select it on the right side, we can adjust the tag. So we can change the title, we can add details, a description. You can change the thumbnail, so you can customize that icon. Don't worry, so you can upload your own icon to match it with whatever type of scene you're trying to build. And then here, the most important thing is the link, the AR viewer link. Now, if you actually watch the launch, during that launch, I actually showed you a Lamborghini, which is this particular model right here. Here you go, this car, super cool, and we can use this in our METAmakeR scene. So we're going to copy this link, and we're going to add it into the link section right here. And once we've done that, we're going to click on Save. Every single time, again, once you change anything, click on Save to make sure that all your changes are saved, that you don't have to redo anything. And we'll go to preview to see what that actually looks like, guys. And there are two things that I want to show you, but I first want to show you what happens when you just upload the link without clicking on anything else. So here you go. We have our icon that we just added, the AR tag. By clicking on it, a pop-up window will show up with the Lamborghini that I just indicated. This is already a super immersive way of essentially, adding your 3D model or your AR model in your METAmakeR space. But there's something more that you can actually do here, and I want to show you guys that right now. If we go back to the editing scene, we select the model, and we go to the bottom here on the right side, and we choose Disable iframe background. So we're going to select that and click Save. And what it does is that it still is a pop-up window, but it removes the background of that pop-up window so that it looks like it's essentially within your METAmakeR space, which is absolutely a fantastic way, a super immersive way of looking at your AR Maker models that you created in the AR Maker. So again, we're going to click on Preview, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. I think the audio and video is better now, guys, right? Should be okay. I don't hear anything from Phoebe and Andrea, so it should be all right. Okay, so now that I've selected that button, remove the background, if I now click on this icon, and it opens the AR model, you'll see that the background is completely removed, and the model is essentially within your METAmakeR space with all of the tags that you may have added in your AR model, which you can actually do in that platform. Again, you can, I can move it all around. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can click on all of these icons, and in your model is immediately in your METAmakeR space, which is just a more immersive way of viewing what you've created in the AR Maker and your 3D models in the space here. So a really cool way of actually visualizing what you do in our AR Maker platform and using them within your METAmakeR scene, within your METAmakeR space. All right, so I hope that's clear for you guys, and a super cool way of actually visualizing these models. Okay, now back to the editor right here. And there's one other thing before we move on that I want to mention, and that is here on the left side, the portal tag. All right, now for those of you who are actually familiar with the VR Maker, all right, you might actually know what this does. The VR Maker has a functionality that is called the teleport. So if I have two different virtual experiences and I want to connect them together, you would use, in the VR Maker, you'd use the teleport. In the METAmakeR here, you would use the portal tag. So if I have two separate scenes that I've created and I want to connect them together, all right, you would use the portal tag, and I won't actually add it now, but it's pretty simple. It works the same way as adding all of the other visuals. You would simply add a portal tag, upload your own custom icon on the right side, and instead of opening that scene in a new tab, it would open it directly in the tab that you're already active in. So it is essentially just moving, through the space, and that's how you can connect multiple spaces together using the portal tag. So it is very useful, especially if you have created multiple scenes in the METAmakeR. All right, very good. very clear. We have tutorials on this as well. So if you have trouble figuring this out, then just reach out to us and we'll walk you through it. But it's pretty straightforward, especially if you've also followed episode 1 on how to add your visuals. Okay, very good. Now that we're done here, I'm going to leave the editing scene. And now that you have a pretty good idea on how to add visuals and build your first METAmakeR scene, we want to publish it. So we want to make sure that once we create that link, because essentially your METAmakeR scene is a URL link, you want to make sure that anyone with the link can actually view it. And you'll see here that all of my spaces, all of my scenes are already public. But by clicking on the 3 little dots here, you can actually, and I'll unpublish it now just for you guys to see. Once you create a scene, in the beginning it is private, which means that you can preview it yourself. But when you share the link with anyone else, it won't actually be visible for anyone until you actually publish your scene. So all you need to do is click on the 3 dots, click on publish, and then once you share the link, that's when it's basically available and accessible for anyone with the URL link. Okay, so very simple, very straightforward. Now there are a couple more things here that I want to walk you through. You can delete your scene, but be very careful with that because it's difficult to get it back. You can copy your scene. So if you work with multiple accounts, for example, you can copy an existing scene that you've got to a different account, including all of the visuals that you've already added, for example. Share. So if you click on share, it shows you the actual URL link of your scene. You can click on copy and then send it via Messenger or post it on Facebook or on social media, LinkedIn, wherever you want to post it. And then there is settings and reports. And I want to go through that really quickly to show you a couple of additional functionalities and features that can, take your experience to the next level even further. So we're going to click on settings. Okay. Then there is scene info, scene settings, and reports. Now under scene info, you can upload a scene logo, which actually shows up in the top left corner. You can the name of your scene, of your METAmakeR scene, and upload a description. Pretty straightforward. A scene thumbnail. So when you share it on LinkedIn or social media, a thumbnail will show on those pages. That's what this is for. And you can upload your contact information that will be available in the bottom right corner of every single scene. And when people actually click on your contact information, they can add a comment that will show here, they can reach out to you, for example, and leave a comment about your METAmakeR scene. Okay, that's scene info. Then scene settings. So scene settings, a couple of things that you can do here. Number 1, you can add an introduction video or an image. And if you have used a VRMaker before, our VRMaker platform, you might be familiar with this. Before people actually enter your scene, your METAmakeR scene, it will show an introduction video or an image if you upload it here, to basically give a welcome or, introduce the space that the visitors are about to enter. Then there is background music that you can actually add if you want to. And something interesting, you can allow people to actually book a meeting with you. All right, so all you need to do is go to meeting, the meeting tab under scene settings, and then toggle this little button on the right. And in the bottom right corner, with your contact information, people can actually book a meeting with you or ask for a meeting. All right, and that's been done here at the bottom. They can leave a message, and within your METAmakeR account, you can then reply and say, hey, I want to accept that particular meeting invitation, on your calendar with the response or not. You will also receive a confirmation email, so you don't have to check every hour or every day in your METAmakeR account. You can also just, if someone books a meeting, then or wants to book a meeting with you, a confirmation email will be sent out. Okay, very good. Then reports. Obviously, in terms of evaluation, you do want to see how good or how your scene is basically doing, how many views, how many tag clicks. All right, you can choose a specific period in the top right corner, and you can actually export the CSV file for further analysis if you'd like. You'll see the total number of views and the total number of tag clicks. here, obviously, because we've only just built this scene. There are not many views yet, but once you start sharing this, hopefully hundreds or thousands of views will show up. And at the bottom, if you add multiple tags and names, you will see a tag name, the type, the number of clicks per tag. So especially if you have different products that you add in your scene, if you have a showroom with products, then you want to see what was most popular, what people were most interested in, which products they were drawn to, and got the most clicks. And even if you have a call to action button that, for example, leads to a payout or a checkout page, you want to see the number of people that actually clicked on that call to action button, which would show up under redirects. So analysis, analytics, important. We'll build more upon this as we go along, but this is a very good first start for you guys to see what what kind of feedback and how your METAmakeR scene is doing. Okay, very good. Now I want to go back, and there are two more things before we go to the live Q&A. There are two more things that I want to talk to you guys about. All right, audio, video. Sorry guys, I'm just checking every once in a while, making sure that you can still hear me. Two more things: avatars and the new matchmaking platform that I talked to you guys about at the beginning of today's talk. Now, avatars will come very, very, very soon in the next few weeks, sometime in May, and we'll do an official launch for those as well, using avatars in your METAmakeR scene, which basically means that I have, I can upload an image of myself as sort of an avatar, and I'll be able to see other people in my METAmakeR, or in the METAmakeR scene, and I'll be able to chat with them. All right, I can connect with them, and eventually you'll also be able to directly chat using your computer or phone audio. All right, you'll be able to move around, and you'll, in the beginning, there won't be a full body avatar, so it will just be an image, essentially the image that you upload of yourself. But you can actually, at your request, if you'd like, we can actually also upload a full body avatar. But the key is that you can walk through the space, for example, in the store, and you can ask the store clerk or the salesperson that is right there. You can ask them questions. You can connect with them directly, or if you're if you're creating a virtual event in the METAmakeR, you want to see the different people that are actually there with you at the same time, being able to communicate with them, which is going to be really, really important to make this multi-dimensional, not just sort of you being there alone. So this is going to be the next step, but the first thing is to actually build your scene, because having an avatar without an actual scene is not very useful. So first step is to build your scene. Hopefully today helped you in creating that first METAmakeR scene, and then the next step, hopefully in May, you can actually add an avatar if you want to. If you prefer not to have avatars in the scene, also fine, and you'll also be able to actually turn off the functionality, turn on or off the functionality, whether or not you want to see other avatars in the space. Because obviously you can imagine if we have hundreds of people in a relatively small space, that's not great. So you can turn that off, turn it on or off yourself as a visitor for the best experience for yourself. Okay, great. So a little bit about avatars. Stay tuned for that. In May, hopefully, you'll be able to actually use this yourself in your METAmakeR account. Now, the last thing before we go to Q&A is our iStaging marketplace, and this is our newest. What it's going to be is our newest matchmaking platform, where if you're a designer, you can upload your create and upload and sell your designs to anyone who needs them for the METAmakeR, the VR Maker, the AR Maker. And for anyone that is trying to build, a METAmakeR scene or needs a showroom or an event, you can go to the iStaging marketplace and connect with a designer, or purchase any of the templates or the available scenes and models that are on the marketplace. So I have a quick idea. I'll give you a quick idea of what that looks like. Here you go. The iStaging marketplace. You'll see tons of different scenes that are built by various designers that can be built. So if you're actually a designer, this is a great way of getting your name out there, your designs out there. and make more money. And if you're just using the METAmakeR, but you're not a designer and you want something customized or something specific, then the iStaging marketplace would be the place to go to find what you're looking for and then build the experience that you're looking to create. So as you can see already here, there are tons of different templates that, some are for free, some you can purchase, you can connect with designers, and if you are a designer at the top, you can apply to be one to create an account so that you can start uploading your own designs in the marketplace. Excuse me. So this is going to be really, really cool, really exciting. In the beginning, this most likely will be mainly for the METAmakeR, this METAmakeR platform, but very soon also for the VR maker and maybe even the AR maker, to build 3D models to sell them. So a fantastic matchmaking platform that should help you guys build the experiences that you're looking for, and for the designers to actually make money and get their name out there in the metaverse, essentially. Okay, very good. Now, before I go to the Q&A, if you are interested in, and I'll stop sharing my screen right here. Okay, yes, finally more templates available. Okay, so if you are interested in finding out more information about the iStaging marketplace, for the pre-launch, and you want to get all the information necessary, then I'm gonna make this available here. If you're interested, you enter your name, fill out your contact information, email, the industry that you're active in, and indicate if you'd like to be informed about the Marketspace. Please fill out this information. It only takes less than a minute. If you want to receive specific and detailed information regarding the iStaging marketplace that we will launch in the next few weeks. So I'll give you a few minutes to fill this out. Make sure that you fill it out if you want to receive more information, because more and more stuff will be sent out over the next few weeks. And it will be really, really interesting. And I think it's been something that lots of you probably were looking for as well, for the designers that are out there and in today's training session. It's a great way of uploading your designs and getting them out there. And for anyone that is building an experience, most of you are most likely not very familiar with building or creating 3D scenes, and you can now connect with the designer that can help you build the scene of your dreams that you're looking to create. Okay. Very good. So just make sure that you guys fill out all of the questions so that the questionnaire will be fulfilled and that we know whether or not you'd like to be informed about the iStaging marketplace. All right. Great. Now I'll end the voting right here. If you haven't finished yet and you do want to be informed, just reach out to us, send us an email at hello@istaging.com, or go to the website and to our chat functionality. Just say, hey, I want to learn more about the iStaging marketplace, and we'll make sure that you get that information. All right, close. Very good. Now, time for questions. I genuinely hope that the audio and the video was good after the first few minutes, that you saw everything that we were able to see, or that I was able to share today with you guys. Let's see if there were any questions today. If you haven't asked a question yet, please let Phoebe know. Is it possible to insert more than 20 tags in one room now? At the moment, not. Well, at the moment, when you have an account, the basics is 20 tags. But if you need more tags, you can reach out to us and we can set that up for you. All right, we can help you with more tags. And if you have an account, for your free trial, but obviously your free trial is only available for 30 days. So if you have a paid subscription, you can purchase more tags. We can yeah, make that account for you. So if you want them, just send us a message right after the webinar, and we'll help you out with that. Yes, to make sure that we can imagine that in some spaces, some are quite large, 20 tags might not be enough to build the experience that you're looking to create. Kara, how do you order more than 20 tags online? So at the moment, you cannot order them online yet. Hopefully that will be available very soon. But as I said just now, just reach out to us, send us a message, and we'll set it up for you. Make sure that you include your METAmakeR account, so METAmakeR username, so that we can help you set it up. All right? So I hope that answers your question. All right. You mentioned when. Just send us I can just send us a message right after the webinar, Kara, and then we can set it up for you relatively quickly. Yes, don't worry. We'll be available right after the webinar, so we can help you out. All right. Finally, more templates available. Yes, absolutely. There are tons of them. If you, there are already some free templates that you can, additional free templates that you can already use, but also more templates that you can actually purchase. So this is great. Very happy with that to actually help them build you. Now, if you're building your METAmakeR scene and you have any questions, or you're like, okay, can someone look at it for me? Or maybe there are tips that you guys could give me, send your scene to us, all right, your link. And our team will be happy to look at it and give you some tips and see how we can how you can improve your METAmakeR experience. So feel free to do that. Our team is very, very happy to help you guys out. Okay. Well, if there are no more questions, don't worry if you still have questions and you didn't get it answered, just reach out. But if there are no more questions, then I hope that you enjoyed this mini series, and especially today, part 2, where we talked about a couple, a little bit more advanced functionalities. And yeah, I genuinely hope that it helped you in the last 2 weeks build your METAmakeR experience, build your first METAmakeR scene, basically in the metaverse. And then hopefully once you've, finished building your first scene, then you can, in May, add your avatars, and you are basically a METAmakeR specialist. So there's so much more to come. Marketspace is one of the next things that we're going to be talking about. Make sure that you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe there for other talks that we did, about the AR Maker launch, anything related to the METAmakeR, the VR Maker tutorial videos, tons and tons of stuff over there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us. And I definitely hope to see you guys in May for our next iStaging talk. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful end of the week, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Oh, and don't forget to rate the webinar after we end it today. We always appreciate your feedback. Thanks a lot, and see you guys soon. Cheers.